Ladies and gentlemen, hello, I am Hanna Shafira, currently pursuing my master's in Institut Teknologi Bandung, Indonesia. I'm here to present my research paper, Young Muslim Women Behavior of Halal Fashion in Indonesia. I would like to thank the organizer and all the sponsors to provide me with an opportunity to present my paper. We will start from the background of this research. So, for most people, halal simply refers to food and drink, as described in Surah Al-Baqarah verse 168. However, halal is not just for eating, but also for dressing or what is known as halal fashion. Halal fashion is Sharia-compliant clothing. The design must properly cover the aura or the body. The raw materials must be halal. The manufacturing and storage process must be safe, and the distribution procedure must be in line with the public benefit and the notion of justice. Halal fashion guarantees worker and environmental well-being. The whole manufacturing process meets the certification standards. The huge potential of Indonesian Muslim fashion is increasingly drawing investment. This shows that the Muslim fashion business in Indonesia has expanded financially and socially. As stated before, Muslim fashion has achieved a major market share in nations with a large Muslim population. Indonesia might easily become a center for halal business if it invests in halal product development. Due to Indonesia's high Muslim population, local halal demand will rise, followed by global halal demand. Since 2016, just one Muslim fashion business has gained MUI halal certification in Indonesia. Despite Indonesia having the world's biggest Muslim population, the halal fashion industry is still struggling. As a result, this research will study key factors impacting Indonesian Muslim women's desire for halal fashion, identify links between them, and over marketing strategies for halal fashion's introduction and implementation in Indonesia. This study's approach is divided into three distinct parts, beginning with the preliminary investigation, which includes problem identification or rationale for picking the topic, as well as literature review on halal fashion. The second step is data collecting, which can be accomplished through the use of a survey. Finally, the data analysis was performed. Gathered data were analyzed using SmartPLS tool for hypothesis testing. Now that we are familiar with the background of the study and the process of the research, we can move on to supporting it. Books and papers from various authors provided us with information regarding this subject. In this research, theory of planet behavior was utilized in order to understand the behavior of Indonesian Muslim women when it comes to make halal fashion wearing decisions, as evidenced by the results of the study. In this case, the research context leads to negative statements, so that respondents fill out more objectively without being persuaded by the positive connotation of the questions in the questionnaire. So that in this structure, the variable intention is replaced with unwillingness. So based on the initial hypothesis, there are 5 variables: attitude, unwillingness, behavior, control belief, and subjective norm. Then the black squares are called indicators. Indicators need to be determined so that the variables can be calculated. The arrows are based on hypothesis results from literature review, where the indicators represent and explain the variable or construct being studied. Based on the framework, several hypotheses may be derived in this research. Hypothesis 1, there is a positive relationship between attitude and unwillingness of young Muslim women in wearing halal fashion. Hypothesis 2, There is a positive relationship between cultural belief and unwillingness of young Muslim women in wearing halal fashion. Hypothesis 3. There is a positive relationship between subjective norm and unwillingness of young Muslim women in wearing halal fashion. Hypothesis 4. There is a positive relationship between unwillingness and behavior of young Muslim women in wearing halal fashion. In order to test the hypothesis and validate the result, the research methods are needed. This research used quantitative analysis, 5-point Likert, and smart PLS. For sample and data collection was done through online survey to 1,200 young Muslim women in Java, Sumatra, Sulawesi, Kalimantan, and other islands in Indonesia. This table illustrates that the respondent profile, which demonstrate that 100% of respondents are female and Muslims. 92.58% of respondents are between the ages of 20 and 35. Data is processed using Smart PLS. The purpose of this study's data analysis using Smart PLS is to determine the reliability and the validity of the questionnaire design, measurement scale, concept selection, and indicator translation into measurement items. This outer loading shows that all indicators are valid. This data shows that all indicators are reliable and match validation requirements. This data shows that discriminant validity is all map the requirements and data fit the regression model effectively. And last, the data shows that hypothesis 1 until 4 are validated. The result of the preliminary study of 1,200 respondents showed that the unwillingness to wear halal fashion is positive. It means it can be concluded that the concept of halal fashion has not accepted yet by Indonesian young Muslim women. From a managerial perspective, strategies are needed for introducing and implementing halal fashion to young Muslim women. In order to increase the awareness of young Muslim women of halal fashion, you can implement some strategies. The first, acquiring the mind share through youth. Consumers of the younger age are often the first to test new items, making them the prime target market for the marketers. When youths adopt new items, such products often make a successful transition to the mainstream market. And the second, growing the market share through women. Women investigate and search for a broader variety of brands, including less famous names that they feel may provide greater value. As a result, women are more confident in their ultimate purchase. As a result, women are more committed to their decision and more likely to suggest it to their community. The third, expanding the heart share through netizens. The creation of fresh information in a variety of forms, including articles, white papers, ebooks, infographics, visual arts, games, videos, and even films. Netizens are the finest amplifiers when it comes to community word of mouth. If a brand message wins the stamp of approval from netizens, it will spread through social connections, internet, and word of mouth. And that brings us to the end. I sincerely appreciate that I've had this opportunity to present to you. For your time and attention, thank you very much.